when you go, if you're looking at the most expensive markets in Abuja, you talk of Maitama, you talk of Wuse, Garki Market, Utako. But then when I want to shop for locally made things that are not so expensive, I should be looking from Orange Market, Day Market, and sometimes Kubwa, but sometimes not Kubwa. So is your market, would you place your market, Duste Alhaji, as the high profile market up there, or the market that anybody can afford to buy things from?
Yes. Duste Alhaji Market is a market that in Abuja is a popular market. And why? Because market is open and free to everybody. I mean, what I mean is, it's the market that it is priced.
Now let's begin this conversation, first taking a quote from Henry Ford, who once said, "Stop advertising to save money. It's like stopping your watch to save time." Okay. And my next one will be from Walt Disney, who once said that the goal of marketing is to create a customer who is so loyal they will never consider buying from anyone else. Now let's see how that contributes to what we'll be discussing today. Very warm greetings and welcome to the conversation. We are reaching you from KAFTAN's television studio here in the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Annabel Orji. Today we'll turn our attention to business, especially market association matters. Most people have come out to complain of how much they're being squeezed out of their hard-earned money, especially those who buy or sell inside the market. And I've got the right person to do justice to this conversation for today. My guest on the show today is Abdulaziz Idris, who is the chairman of Market Traders Association here at Duste Alhaji in Abuja. Great to have you on the show, Abdulaziz Idris. Thank you for coming. All right, now let's first of all talk about the Duste market. I hear a lot of people come to give complaints of how much is it tax force, those tax force boys, or those who come to collect money, especially those who are selling in the market, how they're always coming for their head immediately. When you put your wares, immediately they come for their head. How do you make it easy for those who are buying and selling, especially when you have those boys there?
Yes, really, mostly in Abuja, wherever you go, markets used to have a tax force, and area council too used to have tax force. So we don't keep, like we traders, we don't keep people that will oppress others.
Okay.
But mostly these issues that you're talking about is mostly from area council tax force.
Oh, they're different from the market tax force.
Yes, the market tax force, we have market tax force, but market tax force, the tax on them is not to oppress or put a customer in a kind of bad situation.
Okay.
We used to give them the needed lectures and the needed orientation on how to handle issues in markets. But as you said, if you maybe display your wares where you are not supposed to display it, environmental is there.
Okay.
Environmental department of the FCT are also there. Area council are also there. Every market and every trading has its own areas, has its own place where you can go and display your wares in compliance with the authority of the market, that you have to get the space before you are able to put your wares. Meanwhile,
so it's not like you just I want to do business or I want to sell something and you just come to the market and you see a space and you start there. No. There are processes.
Yeah, there are processes.
Okay.
There are processes. You have to reach to the management. You have to reach to the association. They have to look at what you want to do. They have to look at the space. Do we have a space for you to do that trading? We are now in a very kind of situation whereby apart from banks that they used to say, know your customer. Now we have in market.
You have your own KYC too.
Yes, we have our own KYC, what we call it, know your members.
Oh, okay.
KYM.
Okay.
This know your members, it entails you to have details of the person coming. What was his intention? From where he came from? Because sometimes people will come, they have a criminal or ill intentions into markets. We have several issues and cases whereby you see somebody will just come and pay for show, enter markets, start trading. Later, you will now begin to see police coming and raid an area or even the whole market because he's a criminal. Some people came, maybe they collect the proceeds from kidnappings. You will not know. Somebody went and do robbery and kill somebody, get money, come and start business. He hides. Somebody can go and commit a crime in Lagos or Port Harcourt and think he can come to Abuja and hide. But after times, you will now see that police is coming and they will invade your market or the raid of your market, that there's a criminal in the market. So that's why now we don't just give people, we don't allow people anyhow to come into the market and say, you just display your wares and we start selling. No, it's not allowed. You have to follow the processes.
Okay.
Number one is that you have to, first of all, meet the association of the market, if there is, or the management. Tell them what you want to do, what type of business you are trying to do, and if there's any available space or shop for you to do that business, they will advise you.
All right. So for all those funds that are collected from traders, where does these funds go to?
Funds?
Yes.
Okay, yes, as I said.
What is it used for?
Yeah, mostly if you see people collecting money with tickets in markets, they're either of the two, as I said. That's either from area council or from the Market Traders Association.
Okay.
In the area council, this is part of revenue generation for area councils, especially in Abuja. They generate money from markets to run their office affairs, which I am not in the position to say this is what area council are doing with the money they collected from revenue, but I know they are getting huge amount of revenue every week or in a month collectively.
Okay, so let's talk about your association.
Yes, then from the part of the association, if you see Traders Association collecting money in markets, either from the petty traders or from the shop owners and so or shop operators, it has a lot of purposes and it has a lot of benefits. Number one is that, as I said, associations do cater for the very important issues within the market and its environment. For example, if we have a member who died, in the same opportunity that when a member died, money can be deducted from the accounts of the association to go and
member of your association, when member of the association dies, one of the petty traders, the money contributed is used to bury that member. Is that what you're saying?
Not to bury, but at least there's something for the family. You understand what I mean?
How about if I'm a trader and I don't know the member of that association? Why should I be forced to pay?
You are a member.
I'm asking, how about if I'm not a member of your association, but I'm a petty trader? I just put my wares, probably my pepper or my okra or vegetable, and then you take money from me to offset.
That's why if you are not a member, you are not allowed to trade in the market.
So everyone who trades in the market is a member of the association.
He has to be a member. He has to be a member, unless if he said so that he doesn't want to belong to the association. There are criteria, there are ways. If he is not a member, then such benefits would not go to him. And at the same time, not only that, I'm just saying this, you now find out that some markets, we used to have these local securities to man market during daytimes. But late in the night, when it's dark, or when it's just say in the night, after every business has been closed, the market was closed, there used to be burglaries. Because in some instances, our market securities are armless. They don't have arms. I mean, what I mean, they only have batting or something like, even if they catch criminal. So we market traders now use that opportunity to at least care for police to have surveillance around
when people have gone.
Yes.
Okay.
The police that will move around for surveillance just within around the territory of the market. Does not necessarily they have to be in the market at that particular time, but anywhere around the market. When criminals see a sign of police around there, they will not come to that place. So, you know, this thing cannot be just be done by like that. Definitely, you have to give them the money to put battery in their lights and so on and so forth. You have to provide their entertainment and so on and so forth. Then most of markets, you find out that time after time, or either quarterly or biannually, they used to, or end of the year, they used to have a market party or market meeting. This is the same money they use to entertain their members and even their guests. If they need warrants, that yes, they need to invite someone.
Okay.
For example, every year we used to invite police. Maybe we used to write letters to police command, fire service, road safety, and so on, to come and lecture members on the importance of security. And we used to have a lot of issues in the market whereby some of us might have shops in different markets. You cannot be everywhere. So most of the times it's sales boy, sales girl you employ to keep in your shops.
All right.
So in some instances, you find out that criminals used to come to the market and rob this sales girl and sales boy due to lack of experience.
All right, let me put you on the spot a little bit, because you talked about the funds made by the area council, which is quite huge. Give us an idea of the funds made by your association, Abdulaziz.
Idea.
At least in a month. How much do you make?
It depends. We cannot say specific amounts, as in how much association makes. But what I know, sometimes collections, especially at a time like this, which usually rain used to disrupt the collections, it's not that, it's just a petty money. Because
how petty is petty money?
Yeah, what I mean is sometimes even less than 20,000.
Oh, with all the things you collect from everybody in the market.
Well, it's 100 naira, mostly 50 naira. So it's not like we are collecting big money. 100 naira, 50 naira, because we don't want to press people. And there were those petty traders. Most of them, they have capital of less than 50,000 or 100,000. Why is it even more? It's very important for petty traders that are members in our market to be paying this amount of money. Sometimes they run out of capital. If we have enough funds, if they come, we know you are a member, and yesterday you are running the business. Tomorrow the money is gone. They can run to the association.
You give them loans.
Yes, obtain a loan, a soft loan.
Okay.
That you will start before getting a very good capital.
Is it an interest-based loan?
Yeah, it's a little or no interest sometimes. We consider, there are a lot of things we consider. Sometimes we give somebody with even no interest. Sometimes we give with interest based on the condition of the person we look at. So these are most important part of the use of the money when collected by the associations.
Okay, let's talk about, because I hear you talk about how you invite the police, how you invite fire servicemen to talk to people. Now, with this continuous and consistent reports on fire outbreaks in markets, especially in Lagos market, today you're hearing of Idumota, another time you're hearing of Balogun market, and then I was talking to someone, and then the person said, oh, thank God it's not so much in the north. But it does happen once in a while. So how do you ensure that you curb that for your own market in Duste Alhaji?
Yes, of course. It's a very important question. And, as I mentioned, we invite fire service command sometimes to come and lecture us on how to prevent fire in markets. And why we did that was, as you said, Lagos, even in Abuja here, it happens on several occasions, whereby market was razed by fire. How do we abate such type of catastrophe? Is the goal of the association here, to see every possibility of to ensure that there is no any instance of fire. There are a lot of things here involved.
Okay.
Number one is you have to educate and enlighten people, that's members of the market, on how to prevent fire. Any causes of fire, they have to be aware of it. Be it electrical, be it gas, be it other fire, things that can bring or cause fire. There are a lot of them. In markets, you find out there must be restaurants or people that cooks foods around the market, because people need to eat food. Sometimes hairdressers, they used to boil water, do some sort of things that they need to have gas or stoves or whatever to do their work. Sometimes tailors, sometimes other traders, that there is a need for them. Bakers inside market, sometimes there are bakers. So all these things, when they need fire, they need things that for them to put fire in there to do their trading. There's a need for them to exercise cautions in that aspect. And how do you ensure that? You need to check all this. We have task force that are checking all these issues so that people will not play negligence and allow fire to raise our market. Somebody who is just by the side of the shop doing business with fire, somebody in his shop, maybe the whole of his capital is not up to 100,000. Somebody in his shop, he has millions. He has millions of naira inside his shop. So if fire catches, who lost? Most. Somebody that has millions, he will cry more.
So are there compensations for those kind of losses from the association?
No, there's nothing like that.
So that's the person's loss.
Yeah, if you lost, it's either you have an insurance, or maybe if government find it important that there's a need to compensate some of those who lost their properties in fire. Some fire incidences are not within the market. External issues can bring fire in market. For example, we just have protests. Some of these protests, mostly, not only in Nigeria, mostly they used to be hijacked by hoodlums or thugs. They will come and set fire on markets and so many things, and people lost a lot of money. So maybe in that instances, maybe government might say, okay, we'll look at that. But the best thing is the insurance.
Insurance.
It's those who have the insurance.
Abdulaziz, we need to go on a quick break, and when we return, we'll continue from where you landed with regards to protest in the markets. Let's go on a quick break, and when we return, we'll continue this conversation with Abdulaziz Idris, Chairman, Duste Alhaji Market Traders Association. See you later. Welcome back. If you just joined us, this is The Conversation, reaching you from KAFTAN's television studio here in the nation's capital, Abuja. If you just joined us, you've actually missed out on the first part of the show, but then can join in the concluding part as my guest on the show today is Abdulaziz Idris, who is the chairman, Duste Alhaji Market Traders Association. All right, before we went on that break, you were talking about the need for insurance, and I'm sure I'm going to allow you harp on it later on before we conclude, especially for marketers, why they necessarily need to insure their business, regardless of how much wares you have. If some people will say, I'm just selling pepper, why should I insure my small pepper or my small okra or my small vegetable? But now let's talk about protest. What is the I'm trying to find the right word. How does protest affect markets, especially this last protest? Did it affect Duste Alhaji in any way? And how are you able to, at least if people are not coming to the market because of the protest, how do we ensure that their wares are safe wherever they are?
Yeah. As I said earlier, protests mostly come with the violence, come with the hoodlums or thugs taking over. So we in the markets, we always try to see that if there is any protest or riots or anything that will be closer to markets, we don't take it lightly. The first thing we do is immediately we had an information that is protest coming on in the past of August. What we did was we quickly write and we went and had meeting with the police command and civil defense command. We called them, we said, okay, see, we don't know what will happen to this protest if it comes. But what we want is, we want the safety of our properties. Because especially our market is on the highway.
Right.
Yes. Very big, a big road, very busy. And we learned our lesson during the NSAS. During the NSAS, there is protest in Duste from Sokale. It started. They were the boys. They keep coming off towards our market, and they were burning things and throwing stones to securities and so on and so forth. So even at that time, we have to lock our markets because we don't know, they can come into the market in order to hide, and in that process, they might decide to just set our market on fire. So we didn't take it lightly, as in we ensure that we have a maximum security in our markets. To the extent sometimes we even encourage our members to be a part-time security if something like this coming off.
That's the see something, say something.
Yes. Apart from if you see any information, or you can share information with the members, but at least what we do was some members, like men, not necessarily women, if market is closed, we used to ask for, we call it like an enforcement. Apart from the local security we have in the market, apart from the fact that yes, we inform police and civil defense, we also come and guard.
Okay.
Even though the market is closed, but we'll be together at least 20, 30, 40, whatever, whoever the member that is capable.
Okay.
And it's healthy, he needs to come to ensure that yes, he's part and parcel of the security of the market to help in that aspect. We do. And another thing is, whenever we learned that protest is coming, for example, this is just recent protest, just near our market, the gathering started. They started there because that's the hub, that's the main area. They started it, and they started burning fire. So when we see that, and we see what happened in Kano the past day of August, we were it's disheartening when we see what happened in Kano. But we got afraid that maybe they might decide to enter our market and loot. So immediately we heard about that, we also informed the police, and we also called the commandant, the army commandant.
So no shops were looted during this?
Yes. We took guard of our market very,
very
great.
Well
To ensure that nothing happened to the market.
Okay.
Yes.
Awesome. All right. Let me ask you another very sensitive question. More like, is it a sensitive question? But some people would always say that when you go to, if you're looking at the most expensive markets in Abuja, you talk of Mitama, you talk of Wuse, Garki Market, Utako. But then when I want to shop for locally made things that are not so expensive, I should be looking from Orange Market, Day Market, and sometimes Kubwa, but sometimes not Kubwa. So is your market, would you place your market, Duste Alhaji, as the high profile market up there, or the market that anybody can afford to buy things from?
Yes. Duste Alhaji Market is a market that in Abuja is a popular market. And why? Because market is open and free to everybody. I mean, what I mean is, it's the market that its price stands to be the cheapest.
Oh, really?
Yes, compared to Metama, Sokoro, or wherever within the town.
Okay.
So that's why people from that same Metama you're talking, from Asokoro, from Gwarimpa, if they want to buy their, especially food items and so on, they mostly come to Duste Alhaji Market. They patronize Duste Market more than you think. Because yes, our prices are cheaper. And
do you have market days?
Yes, we have market days, Saturday and Monday.
Okay.
And at the same time, apart from the cheaper items, is that our members will always educate our members and enlighten them to have a very good customer relation. That one too helps.
Okay.
It creates loyalty to customers, whereby yes, they have a shop, they have a big store close to their houses, but they will prefer to come there because of the friendly relationship and the price. That's Duste Alhaji Market, where the cheapest market that you can come and afford.
Anybody can afford, regardless of whatever level you find yourself.
Regardless of their status.
Ah, great. Yeah. Awesome. All right, because as we begin to round off, I'd like you to again harp on the need, the importance of insurance, especially for anybody, be you someone that has a shop, or you just have a small space where you sell your corn or you roast corn. Okay, let me rephrase the question and then make you so that you can answer properly. For someone who is roasting corn in one part, corn and pear and coconut, should I insure my business?
Yeah, you see, roasting of corn and those petty food roasting or roadside foods, mostly they are petty businesses. The insurance, some of them are even seasonal, like roasting of corn.
Yes.
After some time, you may not see them,
find them again
on the right side because the corn is not there. But there are other businesses that's food that they sell roadsides or small space that you sell within markets. I don't know about the insurance policies, whether they have a policy that can accommodate
such people,
such type of petty traders.
Okay.
But it's very, very important for members in markets to insure their markets or their products or their wares, because not only fire, burglary, stealing, and so many other things, and it happens in markets.
Yes.
You can imagine these same petty traders selling potatoes, selling tomatoes, and whatever. In the evening, when they close, because their items were not in shops, so there is not 100% secured. They used to come to complain to us that their basket, one or two, were stolen. Despite how we have local securities in the market. So
when they come to complain to you, how do you deal with thieves?
Yes,
especially both those who steal from them and those who pickpockets.
Yes, there are a lot of ways we did. First of all, you need to investigate. Why should there be theft when market is closed? And why are those food items that most of these petty traders kept were stolen? In some instances, when we did investigations, we now find out there are so many loopholes that give opportunities to some that you don't even expect them to steal, but they are stealing. Among the members, after closing, somebody might come and say, market has closed, but he'll come back and say she has forgotten something. In that process, she will steal from her neighbor and pack in her own and cover it. He's not coming out with any. So securities, local securities we have in the market will not suspect anything. And we have an event whereby we made findings and find out our sweepers, the market cleaners that used to come to market by 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock to sweep before the market opened by 7 or 8.
They also steal.
They also steal. They will steal, they will hide it inside waste and took it away. It's only when you investigate. That's why when you are in market, you need to have a chief security officer who is who has the expertise. He has the full experience, whereby he knew he can look at all the corners, investigate everything.
All right.
So that he can be able to unravel the problems why there were thievings or there were stealings in the market. Burglaries in the market sometimes do happen. Sometimes it's the negligence of the shop owners.
All right. In few seconds, if you can help us, especially for pickpockets. Sometimes you go to the market and then they pick people's pockets, or sometimes I remember going to the market one time, a friend of mine complained of the barrow pusher. Because he removed his eyes, the guy just took away his wares. So those kind of people, how do you deal with them?
Yes, well, like the barrows. In our market here, we came with a scheme whereby every barrow must be numbered.
Okay.
And every member of the barrow must be a registered member and must have a jacket with a number.
Oh, so that means if I come to the market to pick a barrow, I must look at his number.
That's it. I must ensure that his barrow is numbered. There's a number we gave the target on every barrow, the barrow itself. Then he, at the back of his jacket, you must see that number. So if he do not wear that jacket, don't give him your wares, because he can disappear. Likewise, the pickpocketers, we don't take it lightly.
All right.
Our securities are always on guard to ensure that we don't allow those type of thugs or those type of thieves into our market, whereby if we caught, we don't we ensure that they face the law.
Abdulaziz Idris, Chairman, Duste Alhaji Market Traders Association. Thank you so much for your time with us.
This is my pleasure.
Thank you for enlightening us. All right, viewers, that's where we end this conversation for today. I'll see you again next time. My name is Annabel Orji. Whatever you do, please stay safe and please be very, very watchful. Be your own security and the security of people around you. See you next time. My name is Annabel Orji. God bless you and yours. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Good morning.